Hello, welcome back to a J Love video. Today, me and my boy Andy, we're just here chilling at the beach, hanging out. Uh, yeah, we're talking and we're just gonna catch up and love to have Andy share a little bit what's been going on in his life and what's been happening. All right, go for it.
J Love, good to be here. Good to see you always. Down at Grover Beach, beautiful day. Waves are coming in. Looks like we got Operation Surf,
Yeah, well,
taking some people out surfing. Had some kind of barge out there.
yeah,
A lot of people taking walks. Beautiful day.
yeah,
So it's been a while since
yeah,
we've had a video, and yeah, always lots going on for me because
yeah,
we have 6 kids. So there's always
totally.
something going on for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Um, our youngest is almost 9 months.
Wow.
9 months, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's almost 9 months, and then the other five are doing good. My wife's
Awesome.
doing good. We we recently started a church, and as you know,
Yeah,
and we meet in Grover Beach, right down the street from where you're currently
yeah,
crashing at. So that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
rad, and yeah, we're just doing that.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah.
So, yeah, so it's really cool. His church is amazing. It's actually called Become Love Church. And Andy, will you kind of share like what made you want to name it Become Love Church?
That is that's a great question because it's not, it's kind of a unique name, I
Yeah,
guess, right? Become Love Church.
yeah,
And we just, part of it was we felt that's what God wanted us to call the
yeah.
church.
Hmm.
And so we just kind of went for it. So we had this phrase pop into our hearts years ago,
Okay.
like a decade ago, maybe. And we also have a photography business. So we actually used to have these stickers, and on the stickers it said "Become Love" with our website of our photography business.
Mm.
And we just thought at the time, like, well, that sounds like a cool phrase, and really out of photography, like we really wanted people to really feel the love
Yeah,
between them. We photograph weddings and families and stuff like that. So what's the point of getting photographed? It's to celebrate the love that you have,
yeah,
as a family or a couple or something like that.
totally.
But in the context of church and God and Jesus, really, what is the point of life? It's to really love like God loves, love like Jesus loves, sacrifice
Totally.
like Jesus did. And as you pursue Jesus in your life, you want to be more and more like him, and he is the ultimate example of love. So you just want to pursue that, and as you go through life and become more and more like Jesus, which is the goal, you're going to
Yeah.
become more and more like the pure love of Jesus. So I guess that's kind of the
Awesome.
idea behind it. So.
Awesome. Awesome. Wow. That's great. That's like really touchy, you know. What has been what's God been doing since you started this church, and like what has God been really like?
Yeah, I think it's really important for our church to just really keep things simple.
Yeah,
We really want to be a simple church that's just about people and the love of God. So I think the church at large in general, I mean, you can trace the history of the church all the way back to when it started, but I think keeping it as simple as possible, trying to, as much as possible, be like an Acts 2 church, and not really spending a lot of time trying to put on like a fancy show,
yeah,
but to just be about God and his love, and seeing people's lives changed and seeing people saved. And that's really the most important thing for us. And then also just being, the hands and feet of Jesus. So we're really trying to do things in the community, in particular with, you know, different organizations that are doing things with the homeless population. And we do a couple things on our own as well, but
Yeah.
trying to do that.
Yeah. So, man, that's awesome. Yeah. So on Sunday morning, when you what like made your heart to go to like to the riverbed and just really go and love on these homeless people?
Yeah, great question. There's a couple that goes to our church.
Mhm.
They're elders at our church actually, and they really have a heart for homeless people. And there's some encampments down in Santa Maria. As you kind of drive down the highway, if you're familiar with the area, you'll see them. And just trying to be relational, but also just loving on people where they're at. So we make coffee and bring donuts down there, and then randomly kind of whatever God provides, like socks.
Yeah.
We've brought clothes, hygiene kits, things like that, just to love on people, not to necessarily try to get them to do anything or have any agenda, but just it's really important, I think, in general, like in life, whether you're doing ministry or you're just hanging out with people, it's just to love people where they're at, not try to preach at people, not try to necessarily change their lives, because I can't really change someone's life. I can love on them, I can show them the love of God and let God do the work, because God does the work, I don't do the work.
Yeah.
When you love on people, you're loving on people, but you can't change them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing. So we just try to model that, love people where they're at.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. What would be some good encouragement to people that are watching it that kind of have a hard time loving or have a hard time just understanding who Jesus is? What would be some good advice would you give?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So I've always been, I think, even when I go back to like the first job I ever had, I've always worked with kids. So when I was in high school and college, I was a lifeguard. I was a teacher for a long time, and working with kids really teaches you about love, because kids, they can see right through sort of like they can see through the, I'm trying to think of the word, but like they could see through the show.
Yeah.
Put it like that.
Okay.
You probably remember back in school, like you had teachers, you could tell which teachers were there because they really loved the kids.
Mm.
And then it seemed like some teachers, they were just doing it because it was their job. And so I've always kind of just tried to just treat people like they're people,
Yeah.
and just love them where they're at, meet them where they're at. Same thing when I was a teacher. Like, I can't really change a kid, but I can encourage them and, whatever, try to help them get wherever they want to get to. I think as far as, people saying, I can't love people like Jesus did, Jesus kept it pretty simple too.
Mm-hmm.
As simple as just giving a word to somebody, just sitting down with somebody. If you are looking to love on some people, just all you got to do is really just call up a friend, call up somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, see how they're doing, buy them lunch,
Yeah.
get them a cup of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
or just, call them on the phone and see how they're doing.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy, actually,
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Is there anything else on your heart, Andy, that you feel like you want to share that maybe that would help? I mean, I know you said a lot right now, but is there anything else that you want to share, that's something that's been on your heart that you would like to help encourage or bless people out there?
Sure. I could probably think of something. Yeah, I think, whether you're like 100% sold out for Jesus like you are,
Yeah.
or not. I know a lot of people that watch your videos, they might be like kind of
Yeah.
on the fence a little bit about Jesus, or maybe they don't know about Jesus at all. Maybe they just happened upon your video just because you're really good at loving on people and encouraging people, especially people with disabilities, or people that maybe have like a disadvantage, or they feel like they have a disadvantage compared to other people. I think it's really important to realize, like, no matter where you're at, like, you could have everything you need in life, or you could have nothing. It doesn't really matter. Like, I know people that have everything and they don't feel good, like they're struggling or something like that, right? They might not even know why. And I know people that have nothing. Like, I literally meet people every week who live in the dirt, you know? And then I know people that live in beautiful homes and have more money than you could think of. But it doesn't matter, because in the end, like, it's kind of like, you know, the popular phrase of you can't take it with you, which is true. You know, I mean, you can obviously leave things for your children and grandchildren and things like that, but when it's all said and done, like, you can't take it with you. So it's really important to realize wherever you're at, you know, you got to be on the same page with God, because He's the one who's going to make you, you know, really feel. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling. I don't even know if I make sense.
Good. No, that's good. No, that's really
you know. Also,
like touching me right now.
Also, the video's kind of getting a little
crooked
there.
So, anyway, but yeah, thanks for.
That was kind of rambling there.
Yeah, we're just randomly sharing our hearts with you guys, but
probably edit out that last 2 minutes.
Nah, it'd be cool. We're gonna leave it. Anyways, I hope you guys. Thank you so much for sharing and a little bit of what's going on, and I just want to encourage you guys just to stay positive, stay on track. You know, we're just here to love, and we're here to pour out love. So I want to encourage you guys, wherever you're going through, if you're struggling or whatever, just know that you're loved every day, that you have a purpose, you have a reason. So anyway, thanks again, Andy.
Oh yeah, always, no problem.
And so Andy and J Love are out. We're gonna go enjoy this view. Bye, guys.